What else in the budget? National insurance is up. It's not the increase from 13 to 15 that's having the impact. It's the drop of the threshold from 9,000 to 5,000 that's having the impact. For us, it's a bill of £84,000. Now, Rachel Reeves says, we want businesses to take the hit to profits, broadest shoulders, not pass it on in the way of price increase or anything else. They've then sent a memo to all government contractors saying you can pass it on as price increases. You literally can't make it up. And when you think about the options that we've got, we could increase prices, boo, says the client. So we're not going to do that. We can absorb it into pay rises, boo, says the team. We can hire less, boo, says the team. Or we can cut other budget items or take a hit to profits. Well, for us, it will just be a hit to profits. But let's simplify that. We're a partnership, but let's just say it's all mine. And that 80,000 would have been coming to me via profit. So then they would have had 45% income tax and 2% national insurance, call it 50%. So they would have got 42,000 tax anyway. So do they factor that into the calculations that they're not getting the 42,000 by charging the 84? I don't know. But then it gets worse, because I then get that £42,000, and what do I do with it? I go, oh, goody, I'm going to go and spend it. And if I spend it, there's 20% VAT. Well, there's £8,000 as well. And then that makes profit for somebody else that pays some tax on that profit, and so on and so on. And what if, as a result of that, oh my God, I now feel more vulnerable because of the tax rises that are taking place, not only do I not spend that 40,000, but I spend less somewhere else. I withdraw a little bit because I'm feeling a bit fearful now, and I stop spending. And that's what the market's fearful of at the moment, that as a result of what's happening, we all just withdraw a little bit and do less. And then the unintended consequence is you get less growth, you get less tax. And what you intended to do doesn't come to pass. It's the hospitality industry and any industry that employs many part-time workers that will take the hit. This isn't a client, I've made this up totally. I just looked at an example. What if you're turning over £1 million as a bar, as a restaurant? You're largely hiring part-time staff where the average wage is £10,000. What's the impact? It ends up with a 66% reduction in profits. It's a big hit for some businesses. Other businesses, not so much. You know, for us, on what, 13 million turnover, 84,000 isn't that much, but for some of these, it's huge. And that's why I think, again, I would really hope that at some point that this gets reversed, or that maybe even for part-time workers, it's prorated in some way, because it does seem to have an unfair impact. This one I thought was very measured, the increases to capital gains tax. I said at the start, 10% seemed too low, 18% seems fair enough, higher rate, 24%, seems reasonable. And then you've got the business asset disposal relief going from 14 up to 18 by 20. So my summary on the budget is it's a game of cat and mouse. Generally will not affect any of our clients to live the life that they want to live at all. It will impact some massively to look after those that they love and leaving that legacy if we don't get affairs in order correctly. But there are strategies that you can do, as hopefully I've demonstrated, that not only can avoid the tax, but can actually turn the tide in your favour.